Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's another day and today I'm here to recreate a look from the Wednesday Addams series. Someone dropped a comment in one of my videos saying I should recreate a particular look, any look of my choice, so people can go through it. So I'm going to do this one. Stick with me and then let's roll the intro. All right, so I tried finding clips that match, and it was kind of hard, but I think this can work. This can work because here we have the sky, we have the sky, we have the woods, we have the wood, we have like a leather jacket, we have like a hairy jacket like this, and then we have a face. So I think I can try with this to see what we can recreate. So one thing you need to understand is that when it comes to recreating looks, the shot itself also has to matter. They have to look almost alike because you cannot force some looks. When you try to force them, you end up messing everything up. So I'll create my nodes and then we'll try and follow up the whole thing. So here I'll create let me go back, and I don't think I need much node for this look. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I'll just leave it at here. This is going to be my white balance. Let me put that on capital letter. This is going to be exposure. Hold on. This is going to be exposure. This will be a saturation. Okay, I'll hold on here. So I'm going to look at my retroscope. You can see this look is up here. This one is kind of down here, bluish, and then my parade. Now with this, I can decide to start my look. So I said one thing you need to consider is to make sure that the shots matches themselves from the color to the way the lighting is, and probably the skin color. It just needs to match so that you can have easy outputs and very fast. So I will bring back, hold on. Okay, yep. Okay, 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 okay. So here I have one of my DaVinci's film lots. I want to go through it and see which is going to give me this look very early. So let me split the two like this. I'll clean up this and go to my my DaVinci's film lots. Good. I want to check which will give me that bluish feel very early. Let me see. Not this. I think this for maybe this, or maybe this. Let me take this two out and say something. Okay, hold on. Let me see. No, I don't. Okay, this is not giving me blue, but I think I would like to go with this. So let's see what we can recreate from this. So I will just um, my selection here kind of feels wrong. So let me recorrect my okay, Rec 709 Cineon film log. Okay, good. So now I'll just put this in a compound node and I'll drop the intensity a little bit. So let me see this on a bigger screen. Okay, good. I think I can start with this. Let me just clean up and yep, let's go. So one of the things I'll always advise when it comes to recreating look is to make sure your grade is beginning to look exactly from the base. How do I mean? It starts from your white balance. Sometimes you don't try to pop it. For example, we are going for a cold look like this. I feel it is unnecessary to want to pop the greens, pop this, pop that before you now put a final look at the end. So here is for my white balance. So I will just use the linear and I'll push my luma mix down to 0, and then I want to put this 2 on, you know, a double display like this. So I want to start pushing in blue to a good level. Good, something like this. Can you see where we are now? This is where we are. This and this, this and this. So that means if we even push more blues, you see how it's beginning to look. But let's not push too much blues yet. So I'll be doing this while I look at my vetroscope and my parade. So before and after, you can see what we have. Before and after, before and after. Good. So the next thing, I think I'll still push blue a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I don't like how the blue is on his shirt, so uh, but we'll find a way to fix that probably. So here is where I'll fix my exposure. So I would use the parade to take a look at this image. From what I'm seeing here, the clip from Wednesday has more highlights and depths of shadows. So should I use my curves or I should use my primary tools? Let me try using curves first, because color grading most times is just you have to try using things to see how they look or how they fit. So nope, I don't know what's happening, but why not let me use my gain. I don't know what's happening, but my selection is not picking. Okay, good. Hold on. Oh, I know why. So it's actually not connected. Okay, now you see, we're back. So you see, little mistakes like this happen. So yeah, let's go. So looking at my image, I noticed this has a little like greenish feel compared to this, which we are going to fix. But for now, let me use the curves again to see something. Push this down a little, and then maybe I'll raise this up, because I don't want to mess with the midtone, so that's why I'm trying to use the curves here. Okay, push this up. No. Let me see. Before, after, before, after, before, after. Okay. This is good for me. This is good for now. So the next thing I want to do now, remember, is my saturation. So one thing you need to understand is saturation can be added or it can be reduced. So if I come here to increase my saturation, this is how the image will look. And this is not what we are going for, right? So what if I decide to take out the entire saturation? This is how the image will look. It's going to take out even the blues, which is not what I'm looking for. So this is what I would do in my curves, hue versus saturation. I will pick from the point of green and I will drop almost everything from the point of green. Just hold on a bit. From the point of green, I will drop almost everything. Let me see. Okay, I'm not going to drop almost everything from that point. Maybe I'll select green first, and try to bring down the saturations of green to a good point. Yeah, to a good point. And maybe I should try playing with the hue as well to see what is going to happen, just to make it a little bit less greenish. So let's see. Okay, this is not bad. We are still trying to fix the entire image here. So here I have let me take down this green still. I'll stop here. So I'm going to change this into a layer mixer instead of a parallel node. So up here, down here, I will select his skin. I can do this without selecting the skin, I think, but let's see what is going to happen when I select the skin. I'll make just this side, and I want it to cross over, so good. And make sure I have just the skin. Watch. One of the reasons why I can't really get the skin is because from the beginning I already pushed blues into the image, so that's why it's kind of hard for me to get the skin. So if I can't get the skin from doing that, then this is what I will do. I will go back to my layer mixer, and let me reset this node, which is for the skin. Okay, so the node down here, I would work on just the skin. Let me put this side by side. Okay, and I'll select the skin. Now this is, and the reason why you see the skin selecting towards blue here is because of that blue I added in the image from the beginning. So I will try and step it down to this point like this and compare. We'll compare. So this node up here, I want to fix the dark areas to a good stop. Okay, and then now in this node I want to select like a midpoint, and I'll detach, and then I will try to add blue to the image, and then I will try to add green a little bit too. So let's do before, after, before, after. I'll come to the shadows and try and do I'll take it down to this point, and I think I'll do the same for blue. Let me see. No, or maybe I'll just leave the shadow as it should. So, and then for the entire look also, I'll still push in blue to this level. let me have both of them on, you know. So in my last node here, basically that's not going to be my last node, but for now I will maybe drop this down to this level. Cool. I don't really like the skin here, so why not push it again a little bit. Good. So let's see both of them side by side. Okay, so maybe I should create more nodes, and in this one what I should do here should be more of like selecting our character, and I would invert this, kind of make this blur a little bit. Okay, good. The next thing I'll do, I'll drop the contrast of I'll drop the contrast of the selection we just made. Let me do a proper and a good selection because of this side. If this image was a still image, it would have been easy to, you know, do a proper selection and track. I can literally do a track with this, you know, with the object marks too, but because of this tutorial, I don't think I'll be doing that. Or, you know, I wouldn't want to track. Well, let me just show you, if we're using the magic marks, how it would have probably looked. Since I won't be tracking this, I just want to get like a good selection of him. The magic marks would have done wonders, but you know, I'm always trying to make sure my videos are not long, which I feel this is going to be. So after this selection, I'll just invert it and you know, okay, good. Let's just assume that this is the selection. Let's just assume that this is it. Yeah. So yeah, let's assume that this is the selection. So now let's keep comparing what we have. So with this selection now, I still want to try pushing greens a little. Let me see. Okay, it's going to become too much. No, maybe take my blues to this level, and I want to push it far, then bring it back. And then I kind of made the background dark a little bit. This foggy effect can be added, but yeah, I'm not going through that. I'm just trying to show you how we can try and recreate a look. The only problem I have now is the black he's wearing here. I don't really like that. I don't like how it's looking. So I will come to here, my log wheels, and then I'll start pushing blues into my shadows. I want to see how I can get that blue. I want to see how I can get that blue. Push it far. Let me see two of them on a separate screen. Okay, cool. So let me clean this back, and I'll put a node down again. So for this particular node, it's going to be for the blacks he's wearing. So let me make a selection like this, I just want to try something and see if it's going to work. So I would go for the darker areas, which is the shadows, and push until I have just the shadows selected. Clean white, clean. So now let me try pushing those blues into, mind you, this is me over pushing the image. This could have been fixed from the beginning of the grade, but let's just try pushing those blues in his jacket. Let's see. Good. So I just pushed that blue, and well, not bad. Oh, and I think one more thing. Here I will just take this just for his face a little. Push this. I will add a little contrast and make it bright. Not too much, not too bright, because we need to see his face. And I think I would like to add a glow and see. I want to see what the glow is going to do to this image. So I'll put this glow on. Our image is still kind of dark from what I'm seeing. Soft lights to this point, spread. So let me see the difference. Yeah, that foggy background I was kind of looking for is now here. So let me clean up everything. So now I want to see where our skins are sitting. Let me put this on like this. Okay, sitting in same areas. I think I should reduce this brightness I added on this his face. Take it back to normal. And then probably let me see something. No, but I noticed there's a little let me try, instead of using tint, let me use this. Okay. Okay. Well, with this, I think we've tried recreating something similar in this grade, which is not bad. And maybe his skin is still a little bit saturated. So how about I compensate by dropping a little, or I should, let me leave the saturation at 40. It's 40 generally, and yeah, maybe this at 40 or at 45. Okay, so maybe this. Yep. And one more thing, I'm going to I should this should have been here, but sometimes it gets scattered. Not always though. Okay, cool. So with this, I think we have tried recreating a look which is not bad. I will do more on other clips. So let me check my parade, okay, and let me check my virtuoscope. So in my virtuoscope, they are both leaning towards the same place. You can see they are both leaning towards the same area, which is not bad. All right, so once more, thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel. I hope from this video, a little things were being taught, or should I say, some things are going to be helpful for you. If so, please leave a like in the video and also drop your comments in the comment section. And I will see you all in my next class. Stay safe, goodbye, and thank you.